Well, today we're going to take a look at a phone that you may not see when you walk into most stores out there, because this one is really meant as an internet-only phone, the type of phone that you'll buy online and get delivered to you. In my hand, I am holding the OnePlus 3T. It's the Midnight Black Edition. Have you seen this yet?
You know what? I did briefly until you started using it.
Yeah.
So
and then it disappeared again?
And then it just disappeared. OnePlus has been around for a couple of years now. They did a really interesting marketing campaign where it's online only. They do have a base of like almost a cult, I would say, of OnePlus fans out there. The 3T, if you're looking for an affordable phone with lots of specs, this might be the one for you.
Well, and I think that's where you nailed it, Andy. It's affordability and it's lots of specs all packed in together. So let's talk about some of those specs right now. So first of all, it's a 5.5-inch screen, so I'll just turn it on there so you can take a look at it. It's nicely designed for what would be considered sort of a mid-range priced phone. Under the hood, it's packed with features. It's got a Snapdragon 821 processor running at 2.35 gigahertz, and it's got 6 gigs of RAM loaded onto this guy. So when you're switching from app to app, it's blazing fast. It's not the fastest processor on the market today, but it's certainly fast enough for everything that I've been checking out. It's got a 16 megapixel camera on the front and the back of this bad boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of specs. Like the fact that it has 6 gigs of RAM, you know, if you look at any of the top flagship phones, most of them peak at 4. So the fact that they have 6 allows you to multitask between apps without compromising on the speed.
And can I tell you why I wanted to get one of these on the show, Andy? Is because I went into a place where they actually repair phones, and because I had, as you know, I break a few phones. And so I was talking to the gentleman who was there, and he's like, you need to check out the 3T. It's one of the best phones that he's had the opportunity to work on. And so we got it in. And there was a couple cool little features, gimmicks, I would say, that's built into it. But if you want to turn the flashlight on while the phone's turned off, you simply just draw a V, quickly turns that on. I'll turn that off as well. And if you want to turn on the camera, you just draw a circle like this, and it automatically pops the camera up right away. So a couple fun features while it's locked. Another feature that you can do, just because I've been using the phone, I'll show you, double tap, that's the power button. If you double tap that guy, quickly snaps into photo mode. And you can see how quickly that works.
There might be times where, say, your baby is doing something funny, and the last thing you want to have to do is unlock your phone, open up the camera app. The fact that you can do it quickly enables you to get those shots that you might have missed.
So let me quickly tell you about something that really drove me nuts about this phone. And I still haven't had a chance to reach out to the guys at OnePlus to find out what it is. But while I've got the phone on, and I'm just holding it there, it goes into this like auto sort of sleep mode. And you know what, honestly, if I like go into my phone mode and I call my like voice messages, for example, you'd expect the phone to stay on, right?
Yes.
Because you want to go in and you want to hit your keypad and everything.
Absolutely.
It actually will fade out as well. I don't understand why I did that. I checked every setting that I could possibly find on this guy, and I couldn't figure out what it is. Right now I'm listening to my voicemail. I got to turn it back on in order to get access to it.
Typically with Android phones, in the display setting, you can customize it when you want it to time out. Usually they'll peak around 10 minutes. Some do up to 30 minutes.
And you can do that here. You can set those settings, but whatever that auto fade thing is going on there, I have no idea.
Another great feature I like about this, they have something called Dash Charge, which really speeds up the charging capabilities of the phone. So within a couple of minutes, you can get a lot of juice back in your phone.
And let me tell you a little bit more about Dash Charge. So the idea is that they've taken the mechanics of the charging out of the phone, and they've actually put it in the adapter. So you only get one of those when you can charge it with a normal one, because the phone can use regular ones, but all of the charging conversion for the electricity happens in the actual base of the charger. So it's the exact energy that you need going into the phone that quickly charges it, which gives it that super fast feature, and that is really helpful. The other cool thing, the phone doesn't get warm when you're charging it, because all that conversion's happening in the base adapter. So that's a really cool feature with the Dash Charge as well. I should talk about Android. So it is a very Android experience, but they do have their Oxygen OS, which is on top of the phone as well, and I found that a very customizable feature when working with the...
Any bloatware?
No, so that Oxygen OS, which would be typically your bloatware, is really slim and straightforward. So you are getting a very stock Android experience. It's the OnePlus 3T. This is the Midnight Black Edition. Really good phone, except for that fade feature, which I got to look more into.
Yeah, check it out.
You check it out.
Okay, I will.
Oh.